Okay, let's begin with introduction to C. It is a programming language that is widely used among operating system developers, firmware developers, compiler developers, right? The OS developers use it to develop the entire kernel, right? The Linux kernel is being built in C programming, and a lot of OS primitives, for example, the scheduler, the memory management modules, the file system modules, all these components are written in C. A whole lot of compilers are also written in C. For example, the GCC compiler is written in C, right? And we all know that embedded system is the biggest domain that use C programming across its the software development, right? We use it to develop drivers, right? We use it to develop firmwares and a lot of other components as well, right? Those of you don't know, the C programming is highly used in server side of programming, right? We use it to develop the databases, the browsers, the Google Chrome that I'm recording on is also being built on C programming, right? And C programming is really a fundamental programming language, and that is the reason why it is basis of all the programming languages, including C++, Java, and Python, right? Once you learn C programming, you can extend your knowledge to learn any other programming language pretty much, right? And C is being built on some basic fundamental principles. And one of the first fundamental principle is the simplicity. C is a real simple programming language. It is more like understanding a natural human language, right? And that's why C is one of the first programming language that we start learning when we delve into the world of programming, right? C is a fast and reliable programming language. C is really small, and that is the reason why it's fast, right? One of the the advantage of C is that it doesn't have any extra overhead, right? If you talk about Java, it has a garbage collector that runs in the background, and that makes your programming execution a little bit slow, right? And one of the best fundamental principle is the C empowers its programmer. C trusts its programmer, and it never prevents us from doing what needs to be done, right? Most of the programming languages have restrictions on what you can do and what you cannot. But C is really open. It trusts the programmer. It considers the programmer as a god, right? It doesn't stops you from doing something. Let's say you want to run into a crash, it will let you run into a crash. And it is based of all the programming languages. So the programming languages like C++, Java inherit a lot of syntax from C programming. In fact, the C++ is the extension of the C programming. So in summary, the C programming language is the simplest programming language to understand, and it is highly used, highly efficient, and scalable programming language.